Okay, the next razor in the series is the Wilkinson Sword Classic. Now this one is pretty light for a double-edged safety razor, but it gets the job done. It's very easy to use. You just twist off the head like so and put your blade in and screw in tight. What's good about safety razors is you can use whatever blades you want. And I'll show you on the screen what I mean right now while I'm doing this voiceover thing on a video. But yeah, you can use many other blades as far as I can see. But we are going to be using Wilkinson Sword for both of these razors, but for the Wilkinson Sword Classic, because it came with it and because it's pretty fair, in my opinion, to use the same razor blade. It's pretty nice and light and very good for travel, in my opinion. So I've already used this before, and I've put a fresh blade in it just now, just to be even more fair. And it's very easy to use. Just again, screw off, and the head comes off, and you put your blade on. I might even show a clip of me doing that, maybe. So there you go. A very simple razor. So without further ado, let's get on with the shave test. So here we are in my bathroom again with the Wilkinson Sword Classic, and I mean, again in my bathroom, by the way, not again that I'm using this razor, because I am using this razor again, but not in the same shop. So yeah, anyway, here I am in my bathroom again doing the Wilkinson Sword Classic. Okay, and as I demonstrated, very easy to work with, very good starting razor, very cheap, very plasticky in certain parts. Ow, I should have done that, and he took my nail off. That was a good start, Jacob. Handle is pretty nice, a bit of plastic in the body, but it looks like there's some metal, so the grooves are there to probably give you some good grip. Looks like to me that this will turn, but it doesn't. It only turns if you turn it on the top like that and take off the blade, of course. So without further ado, we'll get on with the shave in a minute. I thought I'd show you this though, up close. Hope you can see that. That's the Wilkinson Sword logo on the top, and I thought I'd show you that. Very nice little razor. So without further ado, let's get some warm water and get lathered up. And again, I'll be using this shaving foam from Tesco, everyday value, because I love this stuff. It works really well in my opinion. So while it's trying to warm up, I'd like to inform you that if you hear any noises, it's my washing machine again, because I'm washing a one of those things that you scrub the floor. What do you call them? Mops, that's it. Put a mop in there because it is washing machine safe. I gotta say, when I first got it, I was so pleased with it, because it was like amazing that the blades were near pence to reduce, and like it was probably like 99p to make that Wilkinson Sword box of it. So you know, that just shows that with all your bloody gimmicky Gillette Mach 3 and all that, this is the winner. Okay, alright, that's warm enough. Let's let that drain. And another thing I need to put forward is you have to soak your razor in water or hot water to get the best experience, in my opinion. So you get it dumped in there. And by the way, this is 2 days stubble right here, and this is starting to go now, so it's more better for me to shave. Although that Gillette did do a good job, but in my opinion, doesn't matter how many blades you use, you know, it's the shave at the end of the day that matters. In fact, what I've got recently is 100 pack of razors that are random to try, so that's awesome. Okay, let's get started with the lathering up. Looks like it's not going to be my day today, because a lot of things have gone wrong on video and you haven't seen it yet. So yeah. Okay, let's get started with the Wilkinson Sword Classic. And what's good about the double-edged safety razor is you can use both sides as well, which is awesome. You can't do that with Gillette and that very well. Now, I am pretty new to double edge safety razors, so I'm not so great with them at the moment. So I'm not going to diss it for that. Obviously, because that'd be stupid. But it seems to be nice. It's a bit more rougher than you would with a Gillette Mark III with the other stuff that you use, like this stupid lubrication strip that you really don't need, which is probably why you're not used to using these in the first place. But it does as equal amount of job, I think, than many other things that I do. And when I used this the first time, I fell in love with it because it's so damn cheap to use. And even on the first pass I can see it's doing a good job, considering it's only one blade, which shows that, again, you don't need an excellent blade in the world, just use this. Or any other blade in history and you get far, as long as you've got a good blade. Oh great, that just shows my day even better. The cleaning lady's decided to start cleaning the area a little bit, which is good, but it's rare that she does it. Not here in the house though, but on the stairway in the flat complex I live in. But on the first pass, I think that's done well. Although I'm not very good at it because I'm still kind of new with this. But we'll leave that in there for now. It's now time for the second pass with the Wilkinson Saw Classic. Everything is real, by the way. You're going to hear all the noises of interruptions with the stupid cleaning lady that refuses to clean often and then decide to clean on the most awkwardest day in history. Now, my bit. Okay. And I'm doing this a bit fast today, so that could also mean a lot more problems. Always take your care with a double edge. Already on the second pass though, it's doing a good job. Okay, that was the second pass. There might be a little bit of a nick there. I cannot wait for the other razor though, because that is a good razor, in my opinion. And yeah, second pass, it's looking kind of good. Kind of smooth it looks like. And so yeah, it's time for the second pass. Yeah, I got 2 nicks now. It's not my day at all, so I'm not going to end the razor on that. But I'm going to put some stuff on it to sting even further. Look at these shaving cuts, we're so weak as men. Come on, man up. It's just a bloody blade. But that just shows the difference between the safety razor. I mean, you can use a shaving cut because, you know, yeah, it's more sharper, and not forget, it's not as safe as many Mark III razors and that on the market, if you can call them safe. Yeah. Okay, that's it. As you can see, there is a bit of blood. Mostly actually it is my fault because I've been a bit quick thinking that it was one of the other razors. That's another problem, and that is, well, it's actually the same problem I'm going to be mentioning actually, so whatever. But with this, you're going to understand, it's more closer because the blade is like closer to your skin than it is with these other commercial crappy razors. So you just zip around and it does tiny jobs and sometimes misses the hair. With this, it really gets there and gets on with it, and you know, it's pretty cool. But at the same time, you can end up with a nick because you think, oh, zip around. It's one disadvantage of the many with double edges. But they are cheaper to produce and they're a lot more better in my opinion for you, and if we actually practiced with these razors in the first place, we wouldn't be so damn wussified, if that's a word. How's the shave with the Wilkinson Sword Classic? It was good. I liked it. Very good handle on it. Very, very grippy. Very nice. I would say this is really good for travel. Whatever blade you put into it, I'm sure it would do as equal a job as it should do as on the packaging of what the blade is. Easy to screw off the head. A very good beginner's razor, I think. You don't have another advantage over double-edged safety razors, I've repeated myself a million times, is that you can use whatever blade you wished in these things. You can use many other blades that I've shown, like Prime and many other American companies, and Wilkinson Sword, even Gillette make double-edged safety razor blades still, so, and many other razors. So there you go. It's possible to get as many cheap blades as you want for these things, and they're very cheap to produce, as I just said. So yeah, one thing I could diss about it actually is the air holes down there, because foam can get trapped in there or something. So that's why I always like to give it a clean twice. And another disadvantage is if you've got a really cheap blade in here, sometimes it will hold all the hair inside it, so it will get kind of blocked easily. So you're gonna have to twist it off and actually brush, you know, give it a little wipe. And that's the only problem with this compared to the other one. The one I got recently is the fact that it actually does trap some of the hair inside this bit here, in this trap here for the blade. So that's one thing to put in mind. But all in all, a very nice little razor, a good beginner's razor. Although I wouldn't say it's very good in a certain respect as a beginner's razor, because if it can get trapped with the hair so easily, I would recommend the silver one, because, well, I haven't even started that one yet, but I still recommend it because I've used it. But because, you know, this is like trapped most of the time, all the hair in it, and gets stuck, it can actually fool you like other blades do. So one disadvantage over many advantages, but I would actually give that around about an 8 out of 10. Very close to the Mach 3, because it does provide an actual smooth-ish shave, and there's a few disadvantages, and that's the fact that it gets trapped with hair and many other things. So I'll give that an 8 out of 10. All in all, I think it did a close shave. I mean, he keeps forgetting this side, even though I keep going with it, but to me that feels actually pretty smooth. So I'd say that was a 8 out of 10. I think it's missed a little bit of hair. Yeah, it's missed a bit of, no, it hasn't missed a bit of hair here. It's smooth here, smooth down there, smooth down there. It feels smooth here, but yet again, if you give it time, sometimes you can feel that it's a little bit of a sandpaper feeling. And I blame the blades more than the razor, because Wilkinson Sword can't make very good blades in my opinion. Gillette are better at them in a certain respect, and because Wilkinson Sword for some reason don't make very sharp blades in my opinion. Even though it showed it with a cut here, it's still, you know, not strong enough to get the hair sometimes. But you never know. I mean, again, you don't have to use a Wilkinson Sword blade in these things. You can use whatever blade you wish. And this one is very, very good for travel. You just, you know, unscrew the blade, take some blades with you within and screw it on, and simple as. It's very cheap, very easy. And another great thing about double-edged safety razors, the fact that they're more eco-friendly, even though I don't believe in the eco-friendly stuff, but what's good about this is it's eco-friendly, and you can actually put your discarded blades in here, so it's not hurting anyone, and you know, you can then recycle your blades very easily, or you can just throw them into the garbage, but it won't, you know, hurt anyone while they're trying to get the rubbish out. So yeah, a pretty good shave. I'm very impressed with it, although I'm not impressed with my bloody shaving skills. They're not very good with it, which is what it shows, so that's probably what lets it down in the review. But in my opinion, a very good beginner's razor. One thing that lets it down is the fact that if you use cheaper blades, or if you used some blades today, it traps the hair into the mechanism, as I said, and it lets it down, which is why it's an 8 out of 10, but it's better than the two blades and most of the other ones that we've actually reviewed. It's close to the Mach 3 and the actual Tesco razor, but it's not quite the ambience yet of them all. And I'm sorry, Wilkinson Classic, but you're going to get an 8 out of 10 because of that blockage mechanism. But a very good double-edged safety razor all round. I have to say the only negative is the blockage thing, and it's only 8 out of 10 because of the blockage. If it wasn't so blocked so easily, I would give it actually 9 out of 10 because of the performance that it produces, which is pretty damn good for a razor. And if you put a nice clean blade in it, you will get a good result up here. Actually, it did a brilliant job actually than the two-blader that we recently did with Blue 2. So it did a good job all round. And although don't know why, but all razors forget how to do the side here of my chin, which is annoying. But apart from that, a very good razor all round, and I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10. It's a very nice razor. I would recommend you lot to get one. It's I think it used to be silver, but now it's all black and all that, and that's how you can find it. You can get them for £5, and you get a pack of 5 blades as well. You don't get that with Gillette Mach 3 and all that. So yeah, it's a wonderful little razor. It's smaller than many other razors on the market, unless you get the really small double-edged safety razors. But this is really good for travel because it's small, it's light, it can actually go into 2 pieces if you want it even smaller, which is, you know, taking that off to take the blade off. I wish you should stop poking myself with the blade. That would help. But yeah, again, I'm not going to use this blade again. That shows how wasteful I am for reviews. Anyway, yeah, a very easy razor all around, and whatever blade you put into it, I'm sure it'd do great on the road with. But I'd recommend you to get, you know, some good blades. Don't use cheap, really cheap blades like I use. So I use the Boots to the Chemist blade refills. I mean, they're alright, not top dog, but they're okay. But with the Wilkinson blades that you get with it, it's a good starter pack for you because you can start shaving with the double edge. Fantastic starter kit. But if you really want to go out and actually have a good starter kit, I would recommend another razor that which I'm doing next in the series. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me below if you got this razor. I think it's excellent. I find it really good for the money, very good for the money. £5 for the razor and the blades that you get with it. And this is true, by the way. This is what the blades actually look like when you get them in the actual pack with the razor, and it does an excellent job in my opinion. I've got one more blade left. I'll probably use it in the other double edge, but yeah, an excellent razor for on the go. Best advantages is you can use whatever you want in it, no problem at all, and it's an excellent razor for beginners and to use in general, or even to use on the go. I mean, there's so many advantages over this already, and there's more advantages to disadvantages with it, and that's excellent. That's what I love about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm babbling on too much. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and thank you dearly for watching.